So a couple days ago, PSO2 announced that they were going to have what people were assuming was an overhaul, an extension to the base PSO2 game, but PSO2 went ahead and released a follow-up video. I'm not sure, I think it was a day, maybe a day and a half after their initial trailer. They went on to address a lot of the changes that are coming to both PSO2 and New Genesis, the business model, the platforms the game is going to release onto, whether the game is going to release globally or only within Japan or North America. And today I want to go ahead and go over all of that in one easily digestible video. And now before I go ahead and go through all of this information that they happen to detail, and there is quite a bit of it, they did release a trailer and I would like to go ahead and watch this trailer with all of you. Now I have watched part of the trailer, I haven't watched the entire thing. PSO2 will soar to new heights and be reborn. Like, I know a lot of this footage is actually going to be footage that was used in the original trailer, but there is also, from what I'm aware of, quite a bit of new footage as well. A new world, 1,000 years after Oracle's battle. Experience a wide open playing field, which, again, wide open playing field. This is not going to be a very small, a very linear, condensed, instance-based game with upgraded graphics engine and game system. PSO2 New Genesis is an open field online RPG. And as you can tell, just like look around here, you can see a lot of players. Explore a vast detailed field rendered with the new graphical engine. This is a new living world that changes with the passage of time and weather. So there are day and night cycles, as we just saw, and that looked pretty cool. With this open field adventure comes new ways to travel. Sprint across the extensive terrain with Photon Dash, descend from up high with Photon Glide, which means that this game is actually going to have scalable content, you know, like different terrain levels. And look how many players there are around. There are so many more than the traditional 4-player instances that we had in PSO2. Redesigned graphics engine provides higher fidelity character. These characters look incredible. Like, compared to PSO2, wow. And their fingers can move. Character creation and avatars are both compatible. Oh, sorry. Character creation and avatars are compatible between both games. As you can see, PSO2 on the left and New Genesis on the right. Choose whichever system you want. Emotes and other registered data will be shared between PSO2 and New Genesis as well. This new combat system though, guys, wow. I have not heard anyone say that this combat system looks bad. With an open field comes an entirely revamped battle system to match. Character growth will not carry over. This includes levels, XP, skills, photon arts techniques. Currency affecting the game's economy will not carry over. This includes Meseta, Fun, etc. AC and SG are shared between both games, and weapons, units, and mags obtained in PSO2 can be used in PSO2 New Genesis as well. However, their functions, abilities, and appearances will temporarily change. Wait, what will happen to the original PSO2? That should be obvious. Yeah, you get to play in both worlds, or both universes. Two universes existing side by side traverse both of them with the very same character. PSO2 graphics engine, and this is probably one of the most important things here, is that the PSO2 graphical engine is going to be overhauled to match New Genesis. And this is something I heard a lot of people voicing their concerns over because they weren't aware if this is actually going to be a separate title, if PSO2 is going to retain the same graphical engine it has had over the course of the last 8 years. And it seems as though it is going to be overhauled as well. Enjoy the refreshed PSO2 along with New Genesis. and it's all completely free to play. Transaction amount being playable at no cost. Yep. And that is the entire trailer for the game. And as you can see here, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, and Windows 10 for PC. Now, their blog post reads, "We want to express our heartfelt appreciation for every single player who has taken up arms with ARC's and Phantasy Star Online 2. We have an exciting announcement concerning the future of PSO2 for all players, including active ARC's operatives and those who are currently on hiatus. PSO2 New Genesis was announced during the broadcast of Microsoft blah blah blah. The massive update will be released instead of a new episode and is planned to launch after episode 6. This update may come as a surprise to those of you who are still playing episode 3. In Japan, PSO2 recently celebrated its 8th anniversary and is gearing up for the end of episode 6. Because the game system and graphics engine were created 8 years ago, they may seem unrefined to modern players, especially to those whose adventures just began with the North American version." And this is something that I definitely heard. I heard a lot of people complaining that the game just felt so old that they really couldn't get into it. This is why the development team is preparing a massive update instead of a new episode to give PSO2 the renewal it deserves. We're proud to present this dramatic evolution to you as Phantasy Star Online 2 New Genesis. This massive overhaul will be released in 2021, the year of PSO2's 20th anniversary. We sincerely hope that all you ARC's operatives will continue to enjoy the PSO2 universe for years to come. Now, 2021 will mark PSO2's largest update ever. To celebrate the 20th anniversary of PSO2, we'll be aiming for even greater heights and reshaping the story, the game system, the graphics engine, and character creation system. PSO2 will be reborn as an open-field online RPG with a renewed battle system and game system to match. The twin universes of PSO2 New Genesis and PSO2 exist side by side, both are playable. You can continue to enjoy the original PSO2 even after PSO2 New Genesis has been released. Accounts that have been playing PSO2 will be able to hop between New Genesis and PSO2. However, because the game system is vastly different, we would like to explain what exactly is changing with PSO2 New Genesis below. With the new graphics engine comes enhanced character models. In addition to the features present in the current character creation system, you'll now have even more detailed options like changing the luster of your character's skin. Characters will also be able to move their fingers now, and we all know that is important. Furthermore, you'll be able to wear more accessories as well as change their locations, creating even more customizable characters. Because PSO2 New Genesis' character creation system is compatible with that of PSO2, players are free to decide which one they want to use. Finally, PSO2 Core's graphics engine will also be overhauled, allowing you to use characters created with PSO2 New Genesis' system within PSO2 as well. Naturally, all character creation info from PSO2, including items linked to emotes and other previously registered data, will be compatible with New Genesis. And then they go on to mention that there will be certain things that are not compatible with New Genesis, such as skill rings, consumable items, boost items, materials, furnishings, and then regarding player growth and player data, such as AC and SG, character growth like XP, leveling, class skills, photon arts, techniques. Then they mentioned that there will be weapons, units, and mags that are going to be obtainable and accessible via both methods. And then they go on to state that the available platforms are Windows 10 and Xbox One currently. And of course, the game is going to be free to play. So this is what we know thus far. Phantasy Star Online 2 New Genesis is going to be an entirely new title in the PSO2 series. It is not going to be an overhaul, it is not a new expansion, it is not an update, it is an entirely new entry. New Genesis will take place 1,000 years after the events of the original PSO2 game. New Genesis is going to be completely open, having fields that are large, filled with content to explore, filled with enemies to combat. This is very different to what players have in PSO2, where the game is instanced, it is hub-based, it is highly linear. Players will be able to use the characters that they created within PSO2 within New Genesis. PSO2 and New Genesis both will be coming to a global audience in the near future. Currently, the game is available within North America and Japan. However, at an undisclosed date, it will also be accessible globally. Not only that, but once again, the devs have reiterated that there will be additional platforms for PC players to play coming in the near future. It is still unconfirmed whether a Steam release is in the works, but we can continue to hope. Japan and North America should both be getting the update at roughly similar times, with New Genesis rolling out as the next large update after episode 6 later this year. The update specifically will launch within 2021, celebrating PSO2's 20th anniversary. New Genesis will feature an entirely new, upgraded graphical engine and game system, including higher fidelity character models, allowing for you to create absolutely stunning anime characters. Character creation and the avatar you create within PSO2 2 or New Genesis will be compatible between both games. Certain content, such as emotes, will be shared between your character in both games. Character growth will not, meaning that you'll be required to level up separately in both games, including skills, photon arts, and techniques. Currency will also not carry over, as that would break the economy naturally. AG and SG are shared between both games. Weapons, units, and mags obtained within PSO2 will be usable in New Genesis, however their functions, their abilities, and appearances will change. PSO2's graphical engine will be completely overhauled to match the engine that New Genesis will be running. And yes, for those of you wondering, PSO2 and PSO2 New Genesis will both be 100% completely free to play. This update does not mean that PSO2 is going anywhere though. It will still be actively worked on and allow for players to play and grow in both games side by side, concurrently traversing both universes with the very same character. Finally, New Genesis is going to be available at launch on Windows 10 for PC players like the game has been for the last several months, and Xbox One. It is worth noting that they mentioned if PSO2 is added to new platforms, we plan to make PSO2 New Genesis available on those platforms as well. And that is it. That is everything you guys need to know about the upcoming Phantasy Star Online 2 New Genesis game. Hopefully you are all as excited as both MRSSTIX and I are, and everyone we know are, and are ready to jump into New Genesis when it launches next year. But that's just my opinion, my impressions of pretty much everything we know right now. What do you guys think? Are you interested in playing the game? Let me know down in the comments below and let's talk about it. Anyway guys, that is it for me. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe for more content like this, and I'll see you all next time.
Peace.